Are we live? Hello, guys. Anyone there already? You know, the beginning of every lives, right? We need to check sound, we need to check everything, see if everything is working, like turn down the volume of the cell phone, of course. So I need to apologize because I was supposed to have started at 6, so it's almost 10 minutes late because the software I was gonna use, it was not from YouTube, it was from another one that you install to the computer. Apparently, I needed a driver, and I just learned that prior to a few minutes before 10 minutes before starting the live. So I'm also going to talk to the people from Instagram so that people can learn that we're live now. Let's see. I haven't done that in a long time, so I felt like coming here. It's the last week before Christmas, right? So I wanted to come here and talk to you guys, discuss about 2023. Unfortunately, we didn't have as many videos as I wanted to have, but it was okay. Let me just tell the people from Instagram that we're live. Hey guys, what's up? We are already live here on YouTube. So if you guys are available and willing, I'm gonna be here talking to you, answering your questions. We're going to reach out and we're gonna discuss 2023, the ups, the downs, the expectations for 2024. So what are you waiting for? Go check it out. Go talk to us through YouTube. I'm gonna be here to talk to you. Bring your question, okay? I'll see you soon. Well, message sent. It's kind of hot here in Brazil. Almost about like 89, 90 degrees. We have a new mic for us to make lives and podcasts and everything. Um, so I'm kind of locked up here in my studio. The air conditioner is not working, and it's kind of stuffy here. But I will pay the price that I have to pay just to be with you guys. I hope tonight is gonna be great, awesome. I hope you guys bring me your questions so that we can talk about everything and anything concerning Brazil, concerning the channel. I'm going to say this year was nothing like I expected. Last year, we had a celebration for the 4th anniversary of the channel. It was really nice. I made videos that required a lot of editing, like Brad Zuka interviewing me. And we had a live for the anniversary, but unfortunately, for those of you who don't know, um, I was I had a problem, right, with my shoulder the year before, 2022 to be more specific, and I kind of busted the membrane that is inside the shoulder. So I needed, it's called labrum, right? So I needed to have a surgery in July, and that screwed up with my plans because suddenly I had just one arm. I had to learn how to write, how to type, how to do everything using the left hand. So it was really complicated for me. And of course, it spoiled with the whole programming that I had for the year, right? So, guys, can anyone confirm if the sound is okay? If you can hear me? I want to hear from you guys because I have no way to know if the live is already working. Apparently, it is. It says here that I'm live, but I need confirmation. I need any one of you who's watching to tell me if everything's okay, if the sound is okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. James like green beans. Thank you. So I'm using this mic for the first time. in a live, of course. I have been told it's a good thing. It's a good product. I think so. So, how you guys doing? I was here just battling with myself. Apparently, I was telling that 2023 was nothing I expected. How was your year so far? Share with me. Did you have a good 2023? Have you had a good 2023 up until now? Because mine was full of, ups and downs. So hot in Brazil, we have to drink water like this. Check it out. Completely frozen, right? So hot. Look, my ears are already burning. It's about like 89 and 9 degrees or maybe 32 Celsius. Receiving from a fractured hip while. Oh, really? Oh my God. Oh, James. Jesus Christ. What is gonna happen now? You're gonna have to have a surgery? Man, I'm even scared of this word, when we say surgery. Because I play basketball with a few people from a church across the street. You guys might have seen the video with the Americans playing with us and everything. And we have a group on WhatsApp. So one of the guys that organizes everything, he had a problem. Last week, somebody probably stepped on his ankle and he had a fracture. It's not a bone fracture, but his ligaments busted, And I'm afraid because the doctor said, okay, Mark, from January 15th on, you're free to get back to the gym, do some workout, get stronger, and then you're free to go after a month. You're free to go for basketball again. But man, I'm 43. I'm not getting any younger. So every time I see somebody saying that, oh my God, I fell down and I fractured here or I had a problem there, a ligament here, I'm afraid this could happen again. So, and I've had my share of surgeries for my life, guys. My share, like the past 2 years, 3 surgeries. Jesus, from different things. Of course, the two first surgeries were about kidney stone, so it's part of the program, right? You have the first, you have a catheter in your body, and then you have to remove it. So 2 surgeries, but this one was completely unexpected, and I'm still not 100% on this. Look, I have the movements, but oh my God. Oh, at least you had a very good hospital, Albert Einstein. Congratulations. This is for the rich and famous here in Brazil. So you are probably part of the 0.1%, James. I'm currently in Rio now. Weather is pretty good to me, but when the sun hits you, yes, man. Green beans. Yeah, be careful. I hope you're wearing your sunblock because it's crazy, And I think Rio is much hotter than São Paulo, where we live, right? So São Paulo, we don't have beaches nearby. The closest one is about 50 minutes by car or something like this. So I've been to Rio many times, man. I have felt this on my skin. It's crazy. I think when you think of your monthly income in Rio, you gotta think of sunblocks, definitely. But how are you guys doing? Where are you watching from? Leave your message there. I know that James Like is living in São Paulo. Green Beans is in Rio. Wasson Chowdhury. Am I saying your name correct? Where are you watching from? I'd like to know. I think I will have the live on Instagram as well, so that the people can follow from here. As I was saying at the beginning, I really missed doing this. I think my last big live was in October during the elections, November, something like this. Still my most famous live so far. So I really wanted to come here, answer a few questions, because some people have questions and they write me a lot on the comments. Sometimes I don't have the time to check right away and bring the answer that they want. So this is your opportunity, okay? I'm not a specialist in everything, but if you guys want to know something that I can answer. Hello, guys. We are here live on Instagram as well and YouTube. Check it out. So if you are in one of those platforms, come talk to us, stop a little and ask questions. This is a live I wanted to make to talk about Brazil and to talk about the year of 2023. So if you guys have questions that I can answer, it's gonna be a pleasure. But I'm in Florida for the holidays listening to you from Vero Beach. Very nice, man. James, thank you very much for all the support you have given to this channel. James is one of the guys that joined the membership of the channel, always helping us through Patreon. So, guys, we have this. This is something new that came with the monetization of the channel. Thank God, finally, 2023 was the year we monetized. Some people say, come on, it took 4 years. Yeah, guys, you got to remember that I'm not that handsome. There are much more handsome people than me. I'm not that interesting once you guys realize that you all leave my channel. So it took me 4 years. And also I have other things to do, right? YouTube started as a second plan for me. But nowadays I'm going to say that it has brought so much benefit. I have met so many great people, Indian people, Japanese people, Americans. My God, Americans. So if you guys are not Americans, if you belong to another group of people, you gotta fight, because the Americans are the ones that participate the most. I'm not defending the guys, I'm just being honest. Americans are the ones that subscribe to the channel, the ones that comment, the ones that send me messages, the ones that buy apartments here with us. So you don't want to fall behind, right? Come on, let's have some competition. I want to see other people's participating in here as well. So 2023 has been amazing as far as this part is concerned. After 4 years of hard work, 4.5 years, I have finally been able to monetize. I've finally been able to get the first payment. And, guys, we have to start doing things from the heart. That's what I believe. I wanted to come here and use my English in a different way, right? Not only teach, as I have been doing for the past 20 years. I teach Brazilians how to speak English as a profession for a living. But I wanted to do something else with my English. So at first I thought, okay, I'm going to receive tourists in São Paulo and show them around and make money out of that. But thank God YouTube appeared. And it was much better because I can make content for you guys. I can create communities. I can get to know a lot of interesting people. Sometimes I receive messages from Finland, from Norway, the Scandinavian countries, right? I think Finland's not Scandinavia, right? But anyways, they're pretty close. China, Malaysia has written me before. Argentina, Chile, the United States of America, Canada, England, Scotland, New Zealand. So thank God, because of YouTube, the reach is really big. And YouTube has made everything possible, right? Thank God. So guys, that's what I wanted to say at first, that 2023 was not what I expected because of the personal problems that I had, a surgery that, thank God, was fixed, right? A problem on my shoulder that was fixed. I'm going to be up and about again to use my shoulder the way I used to with the sports by February 15th. That's when I am definitely free to do that. This is gonna, of course, make it easy for me to make a few videos that I've been planning. For example, for 2024. Now we're talking about the plans for 2024, right? So for 2024, I have to say, before I go there, let me tell you guys, there are a few people, like I talked to you about James Like, who has supported the channel a lot. Uh, Glad you got your show. I'm going through physical therapy now. Yeah, man, you gotta be patient. This is something I tell you. I have another subscriber as well that has become a friend. Her name is Tisha Emery. She's from Bermuda. She had an accident and had a problem kind of similar to mine. I think more complicated because she had a motorcycle accident. But something I said to her is that she needs to be patient. Because every day you go to the physical therapy. I think if you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw this. I didn't want to show this on YouTube. Gotta go, you got movements that you have to make every day, like uh, testing your amplitude, your opening. It hurts like hell. It's disheartening. There were days that I didn't want to go, but I said, no, I gotta go. I need to do that. I need to get it fixed. So you gotta be patient. That's all I can tell you about this. Physical therapy, it sucks, but it is necessary. Yes. So, guys, so I want to thank, other than James Like, who has supported this channel a lot. Thank you so much for my visit. We'll try to keep listening. Okay, James, no problem. Thank you very much. So I want to thank Kleber Nobre. He's a Brazilian, a friend who's been supporting this channel for more than 2 years now. We have a saying in Portuguese, quando tudo isso era mato, we say that in Portuguese. When all this was just grass. I don't know if there is a saying or if you guys understand what I mean, right? When you are one of the first people to get somewhere or get installed, get set up somewhere, we say, eu estava aqui quando tudo era mato. I was here when everything was just a tall grass. So Kleber is one of these guys. He believed me before anybody else, of course, other than my wife and my daughter. But even family members didn't believe this channel could become something big. And I say that already because for me, almost 4,000 subscribers is already a big deal. I know there are people who have 100,000, 4 million, but I'm very modest. I'm happy with all the achievement the channel has had. So I want to thank you, Kleber, if you are watching, or if anyone who knows Kleber is watching, because I know he's a busy guy. Thank you so much for all the support, financial, emotional, friendly support you have given to this channel. James the Shields is another member of the channel, always supporting us. Thank you so much. John McNulty, Tisha Emery, Edson Wada. Edson Wada is the leader of the basketballers that we have here in church. He has recently given me a new camera for me to keep going. Unfortunately, the arm was not so good, so I couldn't go out and make more vlogs as I wanted. But thank you, Edson, for all the support you have given to the channel. Neo Senjin. This guy is another guy who was here when it was just tall grass. If you guys follow the channel, or if you go to the oldest videos, you will see Neo is there. He's part of the video about CPF. If you guys check it out, you'll see him. He's from New York. If I'm not mistaken, he's from Brooklyn. Neil is a great guy, man. He's bringing a camera from the United States to help us bring more quality for this channel. So I'm getting a GoPro, and that means I'm going to be able to go live, to go to the streets more often, to make more vlogs. I have a series of videos that I want to make. For example, I want to go to the most interesting neighborhoods of São Paulo. So if you are an investor, if you're thinking of going to São Paulo, I think you're going to enjoy this series of videos. Oh, I'm talking about Neo here. Neo is on Instagram. He's not here on YouTube. Hey, Neil, what's up, man? I was bad mouthing you, my brother. So this guy is amazing. Great supporter, always visiting us. I'm gonna make a video with him at the end of the year because I have recently helped him get an Airbnb here in São Paulo. Not financially speaking, he's paying, of course, but I was there to visit the place before he could and everything. And I gave the approval of the streets, the location, the neighborhood. So, Neo, thank you so much for everything. I'm thanking all the people who are behind this channel and making everything possible. So, Neo is one of these guys. Very gently, he went for Black Friday, found me a good promotion, and he got a camera, a GoPro 10. So you guys are gonna have good image quality for 2024. This I promise you. I also want to thank Kevin Coutain. This guy was also here when everything was a tall grass. Kevin, thank you so much. Kevin is from Neo St. Jean's group from New York. Kevin is always supporting us. These guys, they have become interviewees and then friends and then supporters of the channel and then students. Neil St. Jean, Kevin Coutain, and Jonathan Roger are students at my Brazilian Portuguese course. By the way, I'm going to have some news for 2024. If you guys are there watching me speak a lot and you would like to have some Brazilian Portuguese courses, some classes, I have my own course written by myself. I'm still working on the production of them. I'm talking about 5 books, so it's not easy. But there are already students taking classes with me. And very soon you will know what is of so special about this course, okay? It doesn't work like anything you guys have seen before. No grammar teaching, no boring things. It's just the usage of the language as it is. In 3-4 months, you can see outstanding results. I have a guy, Jonathan Roger, who didn't speak any Portuguese whatsoever. And you should see the guy saying, "Bom dia, Mark. Como você está? Como foi o seu fim de semana?" And I say, wow, I can't believe it. And everything I ask him, he answers me. So it's amazing. Okay. So here, take a look. Oh, almost destroyed. Neo has gravitated from Instagram to YouTube. So welcome, Neo. Mark's an excellent teacher. His course will teach you a lot. From the very first lesson, you'll be speaking and learning a truly incredible method. Thank you very much, man. I'm suspicious to say, but I'm very proud of the product that I have created. So I have in mind that when you want to put a product in the market, the answer, the question that you might ask is, what problem are you trying to solve in the world? So my problem that I wanted to tackle, or not my problem, but a problem that I wanted to tackle with my course was to make foreigners look at Portuguese in a different way. Because I know it's not an easy language. I know it's Latin. So it involves conjugations. You guys, man, thank God every day for your English, because you say, I have, you have, we have, you have, they have, he, she, it has. So you just have one modification. Latin languages have eu sou, você é, ele é, ela é, nós somos, vocês são, eles e elas são. So based on the conjugation of the verb, you know who's speaking. So I can completely omit the subject. And I can say sou brasileiro instead of saying eu sou brasileiro, right? So, hello, my friend. How are you? Finally, you're going live. Most welcome. Yeah, man, finally. Thanks for your patience. I'm going to be doing this more often. That's why I'm making this live. I have some news to tell. But anyways, the problem I wanted to tackle with the Portuguese course is, how can I make these people learn faster and easily. And I think I have found a way. So, want to learn more about it? You can send me direct messages already. But starting by January, I'm going to start a marketing campaign over this, and you will learn much more about this course, okay? My Portuguese is very poor. I'm trying to learn. Yeah, James, but you at least live in Brazil, right? So I think you little by little will get this. Of course, classes will help you. So if you're having classes and coming to Brazil, like Neo, Kevin, Jonathan, they're taking classes with me and they always come and stay 2, 3 months in Brazil. So that's the best thing. I wish I could have done that. I wish I could have studied um, Portuguese, right? I mean, English, and traveled to the United States for 3 months. So if you guys have this opportunity, go ahead. That's why I ask you about investment on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, guys, another thing I wanted to say. Oh, there's one more I want to thank Fabio Freitas. Fabio Freitas is a good friend, also contributing to the channel all the time. He made the intros. I had to modify the intro to make it shorter. First, it was too long. I told Fabio this. Second, I got a copyright in one of the music, one of the pieces of music there. Now, if you guys are not familiar with the YouTube environment, it's like this. They let you use a piece of music, and when you use it for a while, they say, now you can't anymore. So now you have to pay me. That's very dishonest, but it happens a lot. So, guys, these are all the people I wanted to thank. So, Kleber Nóbrega, James Like, James The Shields, John McNulty, Tisha Emery, Edson Wada, Neil St. Jean, Kevin Coutin, Fabio Freitas, my wife, who's always supported, my daughter, my mother, my uncle, Vado, if you're watching, thank you so much. There are so many people. My father-in-law, the people that are closer to you, they tend to support more easily at the beginning, right? So thank you so much. With that down, I wanted to say that a lot of people ask me for more videos on apartments. Let me tell you guys, I'm trying to make the apartment videos a little different. First of all, they don't have to be so long. Second of all, I'm not going to make just videos about apartments because I understand that's not the focus of the channel. The focus of the channel is to speak about everything there is to know about Brazil, but in English. So for the ones that are investors and want to learn more about opportunities, we will go on doing this, but in a different way. I will make shorts. I will make small insertions into videos. Sometimes one single video about this, but I want you guys to understand that I need to open the range of possibilities here on the channel. Not only talk about this or that, but talk about everything like politics, like economy, the news of the day, languages, and all this stuff. So, but they will continue. If you guys are planning to buy an apartment or a studio to invest in Brazil, it's never too much to say that if you think about the American dollar, so with $1 American, you have a power of R$ 5. So if this is not your moment to invest in Brazil, I don't know when this is going to be. Maybe when the economy changes and we get stronger and the dollar drops to R$ 2, as it used to be for many years before. For more than 10 years, I think a dollar was R$ 2, and now a dollar is 5. So that's your opportunity. You have 5 times your firepower when you think about it, right? Oh, I forgot to thank my friend Joseph Alexander. I'm sorry, my friend. Last but not least, Joseph also uh, did things like Neo, started following the channel, became a supporter of the channel, bought an apartment with me recently. So thank you so much. If you guys are interested, send me a direct message on the Instagram of the channel, which is right here, Brazil Dots Unsubtitled. Okay? Do you guys have any questions? Let me see here. Can you use an Airbnb purchase as a real estate purchase for the investment visa? Uh, I think, man, look, as long as what the government sees, green beans, as long as you are investing R1 million in the country, it doesn't matter if you're going to use for Airbnb or whatever it is, but it has to be R1 million invested in São Paulo. And I made a mistake on my video. I'm going to remake or redo a lot of videos that I made because I found some problems in some of them. Not in everything, okay? I'm not saying that they're just trash. I'm scrapping the whole channel. No, some details they change. But when I made the video about this investment for you guys to be able to live in Brazil, I said it was like R1 million, and then I said the other one was 200,000. No, it's 200,000 less compared to the Southeast where we are. Southeast, Rio, São Paulo, Minas, Espírito Santo. In these four states and the others, when you invest, if you want to live here, you gotta shell out R1 million for you to be able to be a resident in the country. You receive a visa for you to be here. The first visa, I think it's 2 years, and it will be renewed, and you can constantly renew until you stay there. Okay, stay here in Brazil forever. But if you go to the Northeast, you have a discount of 200,000 reais on this price. So you can invest 800,000 and buy an apartment in Fortaleza, in Natal, in Ceará, Recife, Maceió, Alagoas. So there are a lot of places that you can invest with 800,000 reais. Do they have to be just one property? No, you can buy multiple properties, maybe 2 studios here, one there in the same region, okay? I'm talking about the same region. So you buy, I don't know, 2 apartments and 1 studio, or 2 studios, 1 apartment. You are willing to receive the visa. So you just go there and you request. So as long as you have R1 million invested, it's okay. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful for you and your wonderful family. Wishing you and the family the best for the rest of the year and beyond. Thank you so much, Neo. I can't wait to see you here on the 26th, right? Neo is going to be here. Some of you guys have requested. It was not just one person. Otherwise, I would never be talking to you about this. But some of you have requested me to make a video about my life. They wanted to know more about my life. For the ones who don't want to know, I understand, I respect. You don't have to watch. But some people want to know about how I learned English, what was my background before the YouTube channel, and why I decided to have it in the first place, how everything started. Some of the questions were answered with the interview to Brad Zuka. If you guys didn't watch, go check. It's a very good interview, by the way. Not because of Brad Zuka, but because of me, of course. But I have received a couple of messages from people asking me to make a video talking about myself. Well, I thought it was kind of foolish for me to interview myself or just be talking about myself. So I had an idea. I requested my friend Neo, once he is coming to Brazil on the 26th, I have requested Neo to interview me and to ask me all the questions that you guys would be curious about learning. I understand this because I follow a lot of YouTubers, and it's funny, you end up having this approach with the guy, with the host, that is really interesting. As you consume a lot of content from this person, it feels like family sometimes. It's a weird feeling, but I think you guys can relate. So some people want to know more about my life, about my daughter, about everything. So Neo will be interviewing me, asking me questions. It's going to be a wonderful video to be released in January. So we're going to kickstart the year with new videos by you guys having an interview about the interesting things you wanted to know about my life. Okay, I can't wait to have that. We are having trouble getting our visas for travel in February. They keep kicking back our financial documents showing more than $2,000. It meets the requirement. Well, take a look. Uh, this is another thing I wanted to say. Most of the videos that I make, guys, I make based on the requests, of course. So one of the requests was, when is the e-visa going to be released? And as soon as I learned about it, it was like an extraordinary video that I made. As soon as I learned about the fact that the visas, the e-visas were available, I made a video right away. So basically, if you watch it, you see me saying, guys, it's available. Check this link, this URL, go check and be happy. Because you guys were waiting so much after the government announced that the visa was necessary, that I ended up making the video to explain, to say that the visa was already available. Because for many months after I announced the visa would be required, you guys asked me, when is this going to be available? So it was available, I informed you. However, I didn't go through the process. First, I'm Brazilian, so I don't have a way to punch in, to insert my information there. This is something I'm going to fix, okay? I have a lot of foreign friends. I just need to have some time to get down and sit with one of them and say, hey, let's have this process as if you were requesting the visa for yourself. So I'm going to be doing this, and it's going to be soon, I promise you. Soon. Because I want to understand, because some people ask me, hey, what is the OTP at the beginning of the visa website? And I don't know. Never used it. I never requested a visa to Brazil. So I'm going to have this sorted out, and I'm going to let you know as fast as possible. Especially the requirements. I think it would be a very interesting video, you know. These videos about visas, they tend to be very popular on the channel. And of course, I want to capitalize on that. The videos that are more interesting, that I'm going to have more audience. So, by the way, right there, in both of the social medias here, the kind of videos you guys would like to see in 2024. I have my pen and notebook in hand, so please give me suggestions of things that I could be producing, you know? Okay, so green beans, okay, good information. Does it have to be the whole amount upfront for investment visa, or it can be a payment schedule? I would like to immigrate to Brazil in the future. First of all, green beans, where are you from? Second, I'm pretty sure you can make an investment in a schedule. It's not a problem at all. As long as you are making the payments, I think it's not a problem. But I could go and check this information for you better. Or you are American, okay? I could check this information for you better, okay? You have my word. I'm going to check. I'm pretty sure you can buy installments because look, we are selling apartments for Americans installments, and it counts as an investment because I think it's the final price of the property. Okay, but let me take notes. Guys, I thanked a lot of people here, but I forgot to thank you guys, the regular viewers that are always watching my videos, clicking on like. Don't think you guys are not special because you're not supporting the channel with money. Every view that you give me, it's a way that you take me closer to my objective. So thank you so much for all of you. We're reaching almost 4,000 people. 4,000. So if you are on Instagram and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go there, subscribe, learn about Brazil with English. You don't have to have subtitles here. So thank you so much for all this. Okay, got Lyft OTP is one-time password. Interesting. Thank you so much for that. One-time password. See how the lives are important? We ended up helping more people in the community. Hoping your video comes soon. We've been going back and forth with them for over a week. Yeah, look, Golift, the purpose of this channel is to make your lives easier when it comes to Brazil. I wanted to show realities that are different through the eyes of a Brazilian, who is myself. A lot of people say, hey, you're Brazilian. Yes, I'm Brazilian. And this is a compliment, because if you guys can tell where I'm from based on my English, so I feel really happy. But anyways, one of the things is to make your lives more, easier. I mean, more, and then I stopped. I wanted to make your lives easier when it comes to traveling to Brazil. I'm even watching a show on HBO Max talking with the name Airports. And I pay attention to the regulations of products that you can bring into Brazil, everything that concerns investment, presence, if you guys are bringing presence. So I want to share everything that concerns this country with you guys. So you can come here and have a blast. Let me read more comments, guys. I don't want to. Okay. No, it's okay, man. You're not going to put. What you're doing is you're not putting too much workload on me. What you're doing is you're helping me. You're helping me produce content. Because I have my ideas of things that I would like to be talking here on the channel, but I'd rather listen to you guys. You guys are my audience. What would you like to see me producing here? Go ahead. Right. Okay. Subscribe to my Instagram. Thank you. Brazil.unsubtitle is the profile of my Instagram. Video idea, top 10 things to do in São Paulo. Best way to spend 2 days in São Paulo. Wonderful. Thank you, James. So, top 10 things. All right, I'm going to take notes on all of the suggestions, right? Another thing I want to say, guys, now with your support, we're having a few members supporting the channel financially. I need more, okay? It's just the beginning, but all the money that is being received here goes to the channel. I want to make it clear. The GoPro 10 that Neil is bringing has been paid by the channel. I didn't have to take a single penny out of my pocket. And this is amazing. In the past, everything came out of my pocket. This was an investment that didn't come out of my pocket. Thank you for all the people on Patreon. So one of the things that I wanted to tell you is, this is Brazil Unsubtitled, not São Paulo Unsubtitled. At the beginning, it was more like São Paulo Unsubtitled and Laws Unsubtitled, Brazilian Laws Unsubtitled. Nowadays, it's getting better. Pretty soon, you're going to be seeing me in Bahia. I just hope it happens fast. In Rio de Janeiro. By the way, I made videos last year. I mean, the beginning of this year, right? January, about Rio. I was there at Christ the Redeemer, Cristo Redentor in Portuguese. I'm going to be making videos in the south, in the north, because I can count on your support. I'm pretty sure this is going to happen. So, okay, more interesting videos about other places will come. And I have something that I want to tell you. For now, I've been helping people invest in São Paulo specifically. Why? I work with a big company here. The guys are amazing. There is no delay in the delivery of the construction. They are an open capital company. I have Célio, to whom I trust very much. But for 2024, I have new plans to expand the idea and go to Rio, to Santa Catarina, to Paraná, to Minas Gerais. So if you guys want to buy an apartment in the Northeast, I want to be this guy. I want to be the one you can talk to, and I will take you there, and I will visit the place before you guys can even come to Brazil. And I'm going to help you make your dream of investing in Brazil come true. So this, I promise you, I'm going to get out of São Paulo, and I'm going to branch out in other locations, okay? Talk about how to be safe in Brazil. That's important. Talk about how well the Uber system works. Sorry, guys. Live television is like this. Talk about how to catch a bus, how to catch a subway. Interesting. Very good. At the end of the video, I'm gonna go over this and take notes on all the suggestions, okay? Guys, send me suggestions here. The people from Instagram, send me suggestions on what videos you would like to see on the channel. I think it's pretty important. Do you guys have any other questions that I could try and answer? Go ahead, ask me. Oh, I talked about the Brazilian Portuguese, okay. The GoPro, okay. Is any one of you trying to get a visa at the moment other than GoLift? I want to know what the process has been like. What exactly is blocking your process? What are you finding harder? What are you finding easier? Is there anything easy about the whole thing? I think it happens everywhere, but Brazil is paying a company to work on this. It's VSF, the visa company. So they pay this company to make the system available. So I'd like to understand what's going on so that we can check ways to make it easy for you guys to get the visa, okay? Because there will be requirements, financial. Some people say, why do I have to show my financial statements? It's the law, guys. You know, reciprocity. Reciprocity. That's a difficult word. Whenever Brazilians have to go to the United States, you have no idea. We have to prove a lot of things. A lot of things. Even almost the blood samples you have to show. You know, of course, for some people it's easier, like the millionaire, the rich and famous. They just go there, say hello, and get the visa. But the mere mortals like me and the others, we have to prove a lot of things. Get the deed of the place where you live. So don't think this is, you know, Brazil is just making your lives harder. Brazil is just acting according to the book. I don't represent the country, I mean the government, but I'm just telling you not to feel, you know, to get pissed because of that, right? Neil, too, I have my CPF. That's good. That's the first thing you need to have, okay, Neil? Am I saying your name correct? Neil Tzu? I applied for it online, heard of lawyers. There are a lot of good law offices in Brazil. Maybe Oliveira is, yes, one of them. Why did you get their help in order to get your visa? Neil Tzu from Instagram is sharing with us her experience. She said that she applied online. So, and then she asked me if I knew about Oliveira lawyers, guys, talking to the people from YouTube, okay? I'm going to read more here. Good evening, Mark. Just getting in. This is Chisha Emery, right, Chisha? You just missed the part that I thank you so much for all the support and all the friendship that you have been demonstrating towards this channel. I told everybody that you are special, you and a few other people who have been supporting the channel. So thank you for your presence here, okay? Why are most of the cars in Brazil having the color black, white, or gray? That's a very good question, man. Let me tell you something. I have heard there are lots of companies coming into Brazil, car companies, in 24. So there's a new one called BUD, if I'm not mistaken. Like today, I saw 7 or 8 of their cars, and they have gray. Brazilians love this color. White, I think it's easier to resell, if I'm not mistaken. There's something like this. When you resell the car, if it's white, black, or gray, it tends to be, easily resold. So that's my explanation. But I have to say, the gray one is something weird. Everybody's buying that gray. It's like graffiti, I would say, but it's Portuguese, I guess. It's a different gray, I know, like lead. But everybody's getting cars of that color now. I will try to get the visitor visa once I return to the US. I came in during the visa exemption process, okay? that expires now on the 9th of January, because from the 10th on, you need to have the visa. Thank you for offering all this advice. It's valuable. Thank you, Tisha. I hope you really recover from this accident that you had, and I hope you recover fast. Are you in physical therapy yet or not yet? Strangers can only ask you about the language. Make a detailed video on this topic. The language test from where? Where are you talking? The visa? What language test are you talking about? Because, yeah, it would be a suggestion, a good suggestion. Let me read for the people on YouTube. So strangers can only ask you about the language test. Make a detailed video on this topic. Anyone from YouTube know what he's talking about? What language test? Maybe I missed this. I'm sorry. My neurons are taking a while to process. Neil Tizu is asking, do you still need a visa if you have the CPF? Well, Neil, you are mixing things up. Let me explain you what a CPF is. A CPF stands for Cadastro de Pessoa Física. In Brazil, we have two kinds of people, the rich and the poor. No, I'm kidding. We have pessoa física and pessoa jurídica. Physical, it would be, word by word, it would be physical people. But what does that mean? The other one is spirits? No, it means, pessoa física means regular citizens, like me. I'm a regular citizen. So the way that the government controls the taxes that we pay is through the CPF, the registration of the regular people, CPF, Cadastro de Pessoas Físicas. And we have something called CNPJ. I have a company in Brazil, a school, a language school. It means Cadastro Nacional de Pessoa Jurídica. Pessoa Jurídica means law people or companies, better. Okay, not translating word by word, companies. So a CPF is just for tax. It's a tax document. It has nothing to do with visas. Okay? You have a CPF, it means you can invest in Brazil. You can come to Brazil and buy an apartment for that matter. Because they will require, hey, do you have a CPF? Yeah, so prove. Because you're not gonna become a Brazilian or anything. Some people thought, oh, I'm gonna have a CPF, I'm gonna become a Brazilian. No. The CPF is just a document the government opens for everybody in the world. If you want to invest in Brazil, you need to have it. And you're going to pay your taxes through the CPF. Oh, so when you buy the apartment, you have to pay taxes? At first, no. Just the we call IPTU, which is a nearly tax over properties. But other than that, like you don't have to pay anything over the purchase. There are some regulations about this. I have videos about that, by the way. But the CPF has nothing to do with the visa. The visa is one thing, the CPF is another. So yes, you need to get a visa if you come to Brazil after the 10th of January. Just to make it clear, the visa are for Americans, Canadians, and Australians. And there are many other peoples in the world that need a visa in Brazil. But you need to check. You need to check in the Brazilian government site if your country, I don't know where you're from, Neil, maybe you could tell me. You need to check if your country is a visa-free country when it comes to coming to Brazil. Like the British. I love this about the British. We don't have to get a visa to go to England. We can take all the way, the plane all the way to England. Once we landed, they will check and say, oh, you cannot go in. So you can have the visa denied and then you have to return. Okay, but like me, I went to London, didn't have my visa denied. I was at the airport, they interviewed me, okay, welcome. So I don't need a visa, just enter. And the same for the British. Like Tisha is a British citizen, she doesn't need visas. She can come in and have fun. And she brags about that a lot, right, Tisha? Just kidding. I hope I have answered your question, Neil. What is the language test procedure in Brazil? For what, my friend? Language test procedure for what? For the visa? For the residency? I want to know. Okay, so Neil, you're from New York. You're an American, so after the 10th of January, you need a visa. Okay, Tisha is saying that she's having physio every week. It's a slow process, as you know. Yes, I was just telling James about that because he had a problem in his hip. Even if you are visiting and order food for delivery, you need your CPF. Oh, Neil, Tisha is here on YouTube and she said something interesting. Even if you are visiting and you order food for delivery, you need a CPF. This is something I don't know if I agree with my country, okay? Because if you're a tourist, you shouldn't be required to have a CPF to order food. Like when I go to New York, I wouldn't like to have any document from the United States to be able to order food. But in Brazil, if you have a CPF, it's much easier because the apps, in order to register you, for you to make a login, you need a CPF number. Even to, you can take the subway in São Paulo without a CPF. That's for sure. But if you have a CPF, you can access the app. And with the app, you go to the turnstile, beep, and you open. Otherwise, you need to go to a vending machine, buy the ticket, the QR code, approach the turnstile and open. But with the CPF, everything is possible. Jonathan, one of the students that I mentioned at the beginning of this live, I said bad things about this guy because this guy hasn't had any prior experiences with the Portuguese language and is speaking Portuguese really well. Is saying, Mark for president. I wish. Welcome, Jonathan. How are you, man? Como você está? If you have just arrived, I was explaining to people that it's so cold, so hot in Brazil, that we need to drink water like this, with ice. You see my collar, how red I am. I'm almost catching fire here in front of everybody, Come on, guys. Oh, look at what Jonathan answers. Estou bem, mano. This only with my course you can learn that Portuguese. So what are you waiting for? Do you guys want to learn Portuguese? Send me a direct message on Instagram. Let's talk about it. Come on. The purpose of this live is to communicate. I'll just keep babbling and babbling. Ask me questions. Come on. What would you like to know? What suggestion would you like to... Oh, vou investir em Belém. And for your investment, child, do you need to have a language test? I'm completely outdated on this. Let me know, please. Because your question could become a video. All right? That's what I want you guys to know. Your question could become a video. Playing Portuguese com B. What is that? You're not. Are you advertising other people's Portuguese course? Please don't do that. We have a Brasil Sem Legendas course on my channel. That's a good one. Niall, I was telling the people. B is, no, it's not my name. My name is Mark. And my course, by the way, is Brasil Sem Legendas, which is the plain translation of Brazilian subtitled, which is the name of my channel. But thank you. Oh, Neil, I have another profile that I want you guys to visit. It's Portuguese with Mark Saint. Starting by January, I'm going to be making videos there every day. I had some problems this year with some associations that I had. It got on the way of the development of my courses, but by January on, I'm gonna be taking over everything. So imagine, I have a crazy agenda. I'm gonna have even crazier agenda after January. Ah, Biz, a woman from Curitiba. So I'm right. You are making propaganda for another person on my live. That's not okay. I have my own Portuguese course. So I'd like to make this available for everybody. But thank you, anyways. I'm just kidding, right? I was at the airport Guarulhos, and the burger place in the airport did ask for the CPF, which I have. Can you believe it, man? Yeah, because take a look. Every time you buy something in Brazil, uh, some people will say, okay, it's a way for the government to control you. Yes, somehow it is. So you can put CPF on the tickets that you buy. When you, for example, I buy a Coca-Cola, and then they say CPF in a nota. Nota is the receipt. Do you want CPF there? So you can. The government gives you benefits, of course. If you keep putting your CPF there, you have a discount when you have the income tax report, something like this. But I can make a video about that as well. Oh, James like said, CPF in a nota, exactly. When you buy something in Brazil, people will ask you, CPF in a nota, it means, do you want to put CPF on the receipt? Because that purchase will be registered under your CPF. So it makes it easy as well for you to make the report once a year to the government to say, hey, look at where my money went to buy diaper for my daughter or for my son or for food for my dog. So sometimes they are just asking if you have a CPF, but it's not required. This is always the case in the grocery stores. They ask if you have a CPF, but don't have to have a CPF to make a purchase. Exactly, guys. Thanks, James. James, like, guys, he lives in São Paulo, if I'm not mistaken. So he knows a lot about the trades in Brazil. People will ask you if you want to put CPF in a nota, but just for the federal control, as I said. If you guys report your income in Brazil once a year, like me, it's an advantage to put your CPF there. If you're visiting, you just have to say no, obrigado. That's all. You don't need to have a CPF to buy products in a store or anything. Okay? They have to ask you because they pay taxes. So if they don't do that, they have a big problem. The Rio card in Rio requires you to have a CPF, and the Rio card is used to catch most of the trans. Yes, that's the problem. I then again I disagree with this because I think why should you be forced to have a CPF in order to travel into Brazil? It could be a one in a lifetime trip, which I doubt because Brazil is wonderful. Mostly, okay, there are problems as well. You're talking about this, right, green beans? Rio card. So look, if you guys are in Rio, let me show you here. If you guys are in Rio and you want to get one of those for you to use, aceito em, accepted in, I'm going to say that in Portuguese, ônibus, which is the bus, right? The BRT, the VLT, veículo leve. Interesting. VLT, veículo leve sobre trilho. So it's like a soft vehicle over tracks. And the train. Metro, the subway, which I used during my last trip. It was good. Nothing compared to São Paulo. São Paulo is better, of course. Barca, which is the ferry boat. And complementar, maybe a van or everything. So Green Beans was saying, if you want to have one of those cards, you need to have a CPF. So guys, look, if it's in your plans to come to Brazil a lot and get to visit the country often, so if I were you, I would take the CPF, especially because it's so easy, I made a video with Brad Zuka to explain how to get the visa, the CPF. Because in the past, guys, you had to come here for getting a CPF. Not anymore. Nowadays, with the pandemic, they made things quick. So you can go and have everything through email. Just need to take like a picture. You get your passport, you open, you take a picture. The files, you take a picture of the passport, of the birth certificate, uh, and you send the files to an email. The only thing is that all the files cannot go over 10 megas. Okay, you have to keep them lower in a low quality when it comes to size. So, but I think in 2 or 3 days you receive your CPF. It's that fast, that fast. Do you have a tax day in Brazil like in the US? As a British territory citizen, we do not have this. Yes, we have a tax day. Actually, it's not a day. I mean, it's a deadline, right? But the report season starts, if I'm not mistaken, in February, and it goes up until the 30th of April, April 30th. So that's your deadline for you to report everything. I hate that bureaucratic part, so I have a person do this kind of things for me every year, a person I trust and I know much. I know very much. So, but yes, every year. How many stops are in the VLT? Niall or Neil, you haven't told me if I'm saying your name correctly. I have no idea. How many stops, guys? You people who like to go to Rio a lot. How many stops in the VLT? I have no idea, but I think you can find this on the internet. I think it's easy. Bus travel seems to be very special in Brazil. You often have to use a bus to get to places that are several hours from a major city. It would be good to do a video talking about how to take a bus trip. Yes, I agree. But James, do you know why the bus is an issue here? Money, money. Unfortunately, this is getting better, but I'm gonna make a criticism about my country. Okay, people might ask, "Hey, why don't you show the bad sides?" Oh, I didn't open a channel about Brazil to show bad things about Brazil. I'm going to protect you guys. Like, hey, don't go here at night or there, but I'm not here. Canon. Canon is my real name. Is this a good pronunciation? Canon? The correct pronunciation. Okay. So, unfortunately, in Brazil, the poor don't have much access to many things. It's getting better. If you compare now to, I don't know, 20 years ago, or maybe 30 years ago, come on, this country has evolved a lot. A lot. People have got access to cars, to apartments, a lot. Education, but we still have a long way to go. So we don't fly very often because it's expensive. Before the pandemic, for you to go to Rio, it was about $200. Nowadays, it's 1,000 back the round trip. Okay, $1,000 to go to Rio. You know, it's just 6 hours away by car, and 40 minutes on a plane, and it costs almost $1,000. So you know what I mean? There are some things I don't understand in this country, man. Why not opening for more people to participate, you know? But anyways, it's a good country for you to get rich. I think it's the number one country numbers of new millionaire every year. You can do your research, but I'm pretty sure every year there are more millionaires in Brazil than any other place. Why? Because a place with so many problems presents so many opportunities. So you come here, you see problems, and you create something to solve. A problem, for example, that I identified, it's a country with more English schools in the world. However, not many people speak English. So what is wrong about it? I know many people who became a billionaire, not many, but a couple of people who became billionaires with language classes, English classes. But the problem still persists. A lot of people don't speak English at all, you know? I'm a US citizen and got my CPF about 20 years ago. I lost the card, although I know the number. Where can I get replacement card in São Paulo? This is why I have lives, because questions like this cannot be asked in a comment. It takes a while, you know. So John Stone is asking, I lost my CPF card. Where can I get a new one? Oh, the live on Instagram ended. So we are just here on YouTube right now. John, you don't need a card. I myself don't have a card. My daughter doesn't have a card. My wife doesn't have a card. When we say CPF, it means the number. You receive a virtual card through email, but that's all. You don't even have to print that. You just have to have the number. If you have the CPF number, you're fine. They will always check in their system. What is your CPF number, sir? And then they punch in the number. That's all. One of the most unsettling things when I first got to Brazil, even riding from the airport, are the large number of motorcycles that zip in and out of traffic. It was hard to get used to. Totally agree with you, man. If you guys have been to Brazil, especially São Paulo, guys, the number of bikers here is crazy. Crazy. But James, let me tell you, man, if it weren't for these guys, we would have starved during the pandemic because we were locked in, right? And they were the ones who got to our doors with the food. I know you're not criticizing. I know it's a culture shock. But these guys are so essential. And the motorcycles give jobs to a lot of people, you know? So I don't know how the delivery happens in your countries. Maybe you could tell me. In the US, I think it's by car, no? When I buy something through an app, or you guys already using drones? Because I know you guys are shit, right? But normally the motorbikers, they deliver the food for us. This brings another problem. This brings another problem, which is violence. Nowadays, because it's easy, a way that the criminals rob you in a big city is with a motorcycle. So if you see one or two guys in a motorcycle while you are walking in São Paulo, not everywhere, but some regions of the city, you have this problem. Be careful. Be careful, because you can't trust these guys, you know? Of course, the police has its ways to control this. Like today, at the corner of my street, there was a checkpoint. They put cars and they were stopping all the bikers and putting the motorcycles on top of the truck and saying, no, it's apprehended. No, it's illegal, blah, blah. So the authorities are doing something. They can do better, but unfortunately, for the good and for the bad, motorcycles are a thing in São Paulo. Oh, interesting. Mostly cars. So yeah, you guys in the United States, you have big streets, right? Very wide streets. So it's easier to drive everywhere. Of course, I'm not talking about Los Angeles, I believe. But in São Paulo, man, a motorcycle. And you know, the funny thing, for these guys, there is no law, there's no traffic regulation. They will force a red light. They will cut in front of you, got the wrong way in a road, but they will get there with the food warm, hot, so you can be sure. But they will break 5 or 10 laws before they get to you. That's funny, but it happens a lot. As soon as I hear a motorbike in Rio, especially from behind, I put my cell phone away because they will snatch it. That's horrible. No, green beans. That's horrible, but unfortunately, it's reality. What can I do? We still have a long way to go. Okay, guys, Brazil is a wonderful country, but I would be lying if I told you we have no problems. And you guys would be naive if you thought of coming to Brazil and having the paradise, you know? I think every country has problems. We have different problems. If I go to France, I'm gonna face other different problems. You know, what you can be sure here, we have a lot of friendly people in this country. I need more water. Manu, can you come in? Come here, please. Say hello to the world.
Hi.
She's eating. Can you do me a favor and put some water here?
Mm-hmm.
I need some filtered water. Can you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi. Hi.
There are people from a lot of different places, Manu.
Hello. Hi, Neil.
Yeah, Neil is
Hi, Neil.
I don't know if Neil is still
Thank
there.
you. Neil is here. Look, he said, Neil sent you. Manuela is a superstar.
Ah, yes, Neil is here. Sorry, Neil.
Hi, Green Beans. Is that your name? Yeah.
Yeah, Green Beans.
Yeah.
I think he's American. Ah, and this is Tisha. She's a very good friend of the channel, supporter.
Tisha.
Very
Thank
good
you.
person. Very good person.
You're nice, Tisha.
King is saying we never see the winter here, Manu. Come here.
Yes.
Talk to the people.
Hi.
Is there winter in Brazil?
Yes, but there's no snow.
There's no snow. There's a place with snow in Brazil.
Yeah.
Where?
Santa Catarina.
Santa Catarina. Stay here with me.
Yeah.
I can read for you. Jonathan Rogers saying Manu.
Hi, Jonathan.
Jonathan's gonna come here on the
Yeah.
26th. You remember Jonathan, right?
Yes.
He was here with
He's
us for 3
from
days
Redmond.
now. Thank you. So get some water for me, please. Love you.
Bye, guys. See you later.
Yeah, so King, we have winters, but it's nothing compared to the winter that you guys probably are accustomed to. But for us, it bothers. Like it gets down to sometimes 10 degrees. How much would that be in Fahrenheit? 40 maybe. I know 22 is the freezing temperature, right? 22 in Fahrenheit. So it gets to 40, 32. For me, it's a lot. It's really cold. I don't like the winter, guys. Funny thing, I almost went to Canada before the pandemic. I was already enrolled in a university in Toronto, no, Vancouver. And the pandemic screwed everything up.
Hello, guys. I'm back.
Thank you, Manu.
Let me see the comments.
You need your glasses, right, baby?
King, you hate winter.
For example, here is
Yeah.
-10. I really hate winter.
Yeah.
Where are you speaking from, King? The US?
King, here in Brazil, in the winter, yeah, the winter is really hot. It looks like summer.
It depends on the winter. The funny thing about
Yeah.
Brazil, especially São Paulo, is you have 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah.
Like you leave to go to work with jackets. At lunchtime, you have to remove it. Serbia, very nice.
Yeah. I didn't understand.
59. It never snows in Bermuda. Is an island, so in the Caribbean, so it's never winter.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
59 would be what in Celsius? 18 degrees, I
It's so
guess.
high.
Something like that.
Yeah. Shout out for everyone in this life.
Can you close the door?
Mhm.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. She's adorable. Forgot to close the door. Yeah, Manu is really something. I have 2 videos on the channel that I talk about my experience educating her in English, Because when I learned my wife was pregnant, we didn't plan on having that baby. Uh, but it was a very nice surprise, just to make it clear. I told her I'm gonna speak English with her 24 hours a day. And it worked. Look at that. She speaks Portuguese with an accent sometimes, which is really funny. She builds the sentences in Portuguese, thinking in English. So there's a question that she asks. I think it's pretty funny. She says, for example, "What is that for, Mom?" So this construction is English. What is that for? This for in Portuguese goes at the beginning. So we say, "Para que é isso?" Or "Para que serve isso?" So she asks, "O que é isso pra, mãe?" So she asks, thinking in English. She constructs the sentence exactly like she speaks English. What, o que, is, é, that, isso, for, pra. And then she said, "O que é isso pra?" For other Brazilians, it sounds horrible. But she thinks in English even when she speaks Portuguese. 1,000 euros for heating energy. Wow, yes, Serbia. I know it's never been there, but I know it's pretty cold. $2,000 a month, good in Brazil. Thanks, brother, for the information. What do you guys think, guys? $2,000 in Brazil. I want to hear your opinion. Do you think it's a lot? Remember, a dollar, 5 reais. So 5 times 2, 10,000 reais. 10,000 reais is a very decent payment. For you guys, $2,000 is nothing. São Paulo, it tends to be expensive. I'm planning on making a video where I show the daily costs of my life. From the moment I get out of bed to the moment I get back to bed, what are my costs? I want to show that so people can have an idea. But 10,000 reais is a lot of money. I know a lot of people who are far from making this a month. So yes, but of course, where do you want to live? Do you want to live in Moema? Want to rent a place in Moema? Moema is one of the most expensive square meters in São Paulo. But of course, there's a justification for that. Lots of foreigners go there. I see Germans, Swedish, I see Chileans. Everybody goes there. It's amazing. But everything is expensive. Rents are high. Depending on the supermarket, it's going to be higher than another one. So there are many social classes in São Paulo, the rich, the middle class. So 10,000 reais, if you know how to use it, you can have a lot of money left for the following month. It's incredible to see her switch from Portuguese to English and vice versa. The fascinated faces on the train said it all. The time I was there. Yes, Neo. Neo is a good and close friend of the family. He's always with us here when he comes to Brazil. And he gets to see Manuela speaking lots of Portuguese and English and switching between the two languages like this. Greenbean, she thinks of Portuguese and the sentence structure like me. Well, since I have been using Duolingo. And the sentence structure, exactly. But it's funny because, look, everybody around Manu is Brazilian. So my parents, my brother and sister, everybody's Brazilian. Her school is in Portuguese. But so she speaks English with me and with my friends, and she watches a lot of YouTube content. So her vocabulary, I have to say, is better than mine, which is embarrassing. Sometimes she says things I don't know. It's incredible because of the videos. But I don't know. I think she chose English as her first language. She tells me that. Oh, Daddy, I don't like Portuguese. I said, don't say that. It's a beautiful language, and it's the language of our country. So, yeah, but I'd rather speak English. Okay, but and that affects her because She reads and consumes a lot of English all the time. Let me plug the computer here, guys. They couldn't fathom how Manu spoke Portuguese and English fluently. Yeah, it's amazing. I think the test, Neil, was when you guys started to come to my house more often, because for the first time I said, okay, Manu watches cartoons and lots of YouTubers in English, right? Her listening is really good. I want to see her communicate. And then she started talking to you guys, who are Americans. And being able to see her at the age of 4, remember, Neil? She's 8 now. 4 or 5. I think she was 5 when you started attending my house. 4. She could understand everything you said. It was amazing. I was so proud of myself when I saw that, you know. Hi, Charles Jones. How are you doing, my friend? Are you better? How are things with you? Any visas for Brazil to come? Be an expect. Where are you from, Jay? Are you American? Okay, what's good? I'm chilling, bro. How's everything with you? Yes. So, Jay, tell me, where are you from? Are you from the United States? Because if you're American, Canadian, and Australian from January 10th on, the visa is required for you guys to visit the country, which was the normal, okay? Just the last president, Jair Bolsonaro, removed that because he thought this would approach the United States from Brazil. But look, the United States and Brazil relationships are exactly the way it's been for centuries. This, nothing more, nothing less. The number of tourists didn't change. A lot of people write me and say, you guys are nuts. You are shooting. Your policy is backfiring because Americans will stop traveling there. Look, everybody's entitled to their opinion. My job here as a YouTuber on this channel you guys follow is to be honest, to be truthful. The numbers haven't changed. But there was a pandemic. No, but Jair Bolsonaro established the law before the pandemic, 2 years before. So for 2 years, there was no alteration, no changing in the number of Americans visiting Brazil. It's still the second people in the world that travels the most to Brazil. The first one is Argentina. The second is United States of America. Congratulations for you guys. Congratulations. But the number hasn't changed. It hasn't peaked because it was visa-free. So what the government understood is Brazil is still an exotic destination for the United States. You guys prefer to go to Paris, let's be honest. So basing on the visa lifting, on the number of tourism and more money for the country is not a reality. The people who travel to Brazil won't stop coming because of the visa. Save 1 or 2, but in general, it won't, okay? I noticed she would immediately respond to you in English and tell in Portuguese. Truly, yes, Neil is talking about Manu. American from Michigan. Jay, so yes, you need the visa. Get better soon, okay? Charles, if I had a kid in that situation, I'd be extremely proud. She can be a polyglot throughout her life. It will also help her in other cognitive... Yes, you know, Charles, thanks for telling this. I kind of did a lot of research when I was planning on doing that. And they said, many different specialists said, that if you pick a kid that just learns a language and one that learns 2, this girl is brighter. This kid is brighter, smarter. Because for every word that this kid knows, this one knows 2. For every construction that this kid knows, like I'll be goddamned, it's an American construction. This kid knows 2. She says, for example, I'll be goddamned, but she also says, macacos me mordam, which is the equivalent in Portuguese, or I'm in São Francisco, California. We have some jokes about this. So it makes the brain stronger, faster. So yes, Manuela is bright. She's brilliant. She gets 9s and 10s in her tests. I'm pretty sure reading for her at a very early age, talking to her, saying water and agua helped her see the world in two forms. Amazing. Totally recommended. And nowadays she wants to learn French because I speak a little French, but just basic. She listens to me speak Spanish. She gravitates between wanting to learn Spanish and French, but she might learn both. Let's see. I agree, 100%, yes. Mark, the only thing I don't like about the visa requirements is the need to show my bank statements and the minimum amount in your account. Otherwise, it is what it is as soon as I'm better. Charles, you said something very interesting, and I think I answered at the beginning of this live. I was telling that Brazil follows the idea of reciprocity. So if you ask a Brazilian the things that the regular Brazilian, because if you're rich, and look, I'm not here to judge, okay? If the FBI, CIA, the NSA is watching this video, say, hey, I respect you guys a lot. Just make it clear. Have nothing against the United States. If I were American, if I were the government, I would do the same things you guys do. You need to protect your land, period. If you open the doors, look, if with your doors closed, you know how many people want to go there. So, but for the regular Brazilian to go to the United States, when I went for my visa, which was turned down, by the way, I was 26, but this is a story maybe I can tell you this on the interview I'm going to give to Neil, that it is going to become a video. So my visa was turned down, but I took even my escritura, my house deed, my father's house deed, banking account balance from the last 3 months, proof that I was going to go back to Brazil. They say that you need to prove you're going to go back to Brazil. If I look at your life and I see you have nothing that holds you back in Brazil, you can go to the United States. And that's what happened to me. I was 26, single. I knew a girl from Los Angeles. She was saying, come here, visit me. We had kind of a date through the internet at the time. That was 2006, a long time ago. So Brazilians are doing the same. Hey, show me you don't want to stay here illegally. It's like, okay, let's play the same game. That's what they're doing, okay? But some people say, yeah, but you can't compare Brazil and the US. Okay, in what sense are you saying? Economically speaking? Yeah, I think no country can be compared to the US. Or some people just say that to me to piss me off. You're comparing Brazil. It's like comparing you versus Mike Tyson in boxing. I know, but guys, we are free to decide on our laws, okay? That's what the government is doing. The e-visa is good for 10 years, right? Yes, Charles, the e-visa, 10 years. For Americans, just for you to see that Brazilians don't treat you well or when it comes to requirements. Americans, 10 years. Canadians, 5. Australians, 5. Maybe it's also reciprocity because I think for Brazilians, maybe it's 10 years, the visa. So, How much for the visa? YouTube is the most informative. Your YouTube is on Brazil. Those people with the views and likes have nothing on your page and valuable information. Thank you very much, man. I do my best. As I said at the beginning of this live, I wish I could do more. So I depend upon you guys. If you guys can do that, I'm not begging. If you can do that, if you can support the channel, become a member in one of the 3 communities, go ahead. There is the tourist community that I think it's $3. Every detail helps us. I want to travel more. I want to pay legal people to explain specific regulations about Brazil. I want to bring lawyers, but without money, I can't do much. Because I need to pay my bills. I need to sometimes invest on the channel with my money. Nowadays, it's happening less and less, thank God. But yes, my idea is to bring more and more content for you guys. You can be sure. Improve my English better for you to understand me better, for me to use the right expressions, the right words. But I want to have no competition when it comes to quality. I want you guys to look at my channel, look at the second place and say, come on, there's a huge difference. I'm ambitious. I promise you I'm going to get there. Stray facts, Jonathan Roger. Jonathan is here with us. Thank you so much. I've forgotten like 95% of French, took it in high school, and I need to reinforce my Spanish. Next, I'll be learning Italian, then maybe German and Japanese. Well, I have to tell you, Charles, that now I'm suspicious to say again, Portuguese is so beautiful. I didn't know that until I became a teacher, man. Portuguese sounds so beautiful. I think for you guys, even more. I've heard that from a lot of Americans. There is a New Yorker who speaks, I'm not kidding, check the New York Times report. 25 languages, 30 languages. It's crazy. This guy speaks 25 languages, something like that. He says his favorite is Brazilian Portuguese from all of them. So when you learn Brazilian Portuguese, the other Latin languages become easy because they come from the same source, which was the Vulgar Roman, the Vulgar Latin. If you guys saw my video, you know what I'm talking about. So learn Portuguese first, and then go to French, and then go to Spanish. I have a job, so why can't I show pay stubs to set up? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't understand the requirements either, but I understand because we have to go through this with the American visa. And look, I took a folder full of papers, and she just looked at me. I think I got profile, and she said, "No, you can't go." It happens, right? But I'm pretty sure even with these requirements, you guys never get a visa turned down. I don't remember an American telling me this. I got people from other places, but not Americans. I live in Texas, so Spanish is crucial to learn. Very good. Yes, I agree. Guys, getting time for me to wrap up. We've been live for 1 hour and 37 minutes. For you guys who missed the beginning, I just wanted to say I was here to say that we have finally monetized. So I owe that to all of you, no exception, for every video watched, because I needed hours watched. I still do. For every like, every comment, every participation. Thank you so much for making this possible. Last month, I got my first payment from YouTube. I felt great after 4 years. So thank you so much. If I could shake hands with each and every one of you, we're reaching 4,000 subscribers pretty soon. I'm just looking ahead because we're reaching 3,500 subscribers, but I'm looking at 500 as done. But thank you so much. I also mentioned that with the monetization, we had the products being opening in our channel. So I have the communities that I told you, the 3 groups: citizens, residents, and tourists, residents, and citizens. Citizens is the one you pay more, but you have a lot of products that are different from the others. Every category has bonuses, benefits. Not to mention some interesting avatars that you receive from me and Brad Zuka when you become a member. So if you guys want to support us, do it. Maybe you think $3 makes a difference because it's 15 reais for me. It's already the money for me to travel somewhere. I don't know, maybe pay, I don't know, a sandwich for me to show you guys a Brazilian sandwich. So the small for you is big for me, okay? I mentioned that 2023, I didn't do many videos as I wanted because of my shoulder. I'm still in process of recovery. Look at the surgery. 2 holes here and another one here. It still hurts a little, but getting better. But I just wanted to say I'm sorry I couldn't make as many videos as I want. This is going to change. The apartments are still a thing. I'm still selling apartments through the channel. If you guys are interested, make sure you have a CPF number for us to start negotiating anything. If you don't have a CPF number, we need to get it. And I can help you with that. You can do that from your country through email. You don't need to be here. In 2 days, you will be able to receive your CPF. All right. There is a fee that you need to pay. I don't know how you can pay that, maybe through credit card. If not, I can pay here and then you guys pay me back. We can talk about it. Just send me a direct message on Instagram. That's our communication channel. Another thing, I also have a Portuguese course I have mentioned so many times. I'm still in the process of finishing all the 5 books. I'm on the second now, but the first book is already a reality. I have students there, mostly Americans. I also complimented of the American people because this is I like all of the people, but I have to say the Americans are the ones who participate the most, who buy the apartments, who consume my English course, who send me messages, who visit me. So thank you so much. And for the other peoples, come on, let's compete with these guys, with the Yankees. Come on, I want to see you guys buying apartments. I want to see you guys registering to my course. It's possible. Come on, let's compete.
Sorry to interrupt the live, guys. I don't have panties.
You're saying that in front of a million people. No, they have heard already.
No.
Go check my bedroom has a bucket on the floor with a lot of clothing. Oh my God. Did you guys hear what she asked me? Close the door, Manuela. Oh my God, Manuela. So let's compete with the Yankees. Let's participate. And for the Yankees, for the Americans, keep doing it. Because I love your participation. You guys are amazing. Okay? Another thing I want to say, thanks to all your support for the people that have been helping us financially speaking through Patreon and also the communities here. Jones. She's going to take a shower, and as her mother works all day, I'm the one who puts the clothes to wash, who dries the clothes, who sometimes separates her clothes, put in the drawers. And she came and she said, Dad, I have no panties, but not now. She doesn't have panties in her panties drawer. So Neil knows my life, you know. You guys think I'm just busy with my classes, my business, my apartments. You have no idea. This is just the beginning. I like to say I'm the poor version of Elon Musk, but the things that I do don't make money like the things he does, unfortunately. But anyways, I'm pretty sure I'm planting for a near future. So guys, but this is going to be history. Oh my God, it's going to become a meme. So guys, because of some of you who have been supporting the channel, we have been able to buy a new mic, to make some investments on the studio of the channel. All these things were paid, the plane, Santos Dumont, and all these things. So thank you so much for each and every one who support the channel. And if you can't, you're still in my heart. Don't think I just look at the people who support monthly. Everything you do is great, is amazing, okay? But because of these things, we have been able to invest. Neo is bringing me a camera from the US. Pretty soon, I'm going to be making more vlogs for the channel. As we are 2 weeks away for the end of 2023, I might release a couple of videos more inside the studio. So if you guys are already members, I'm sorry, because I haven't been producing new footage for you guys, extra footage, but I will as soon as I get to the streets. After the 26th, I'll have my camera. I'm going to be producing more things for you guys, okay? Do you still have more questions? I'd like to hear and answer them before I go. So this is your opportunity, your moment. I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes for you to ask me anything. And if you don't, I'm gonna wrap it up and thank you all for this opportunity because we're reaching 2 hours here, 2 hours of live. Your comments are very important on the videos you watch, okay, guys? I'd like to understand what content pleases you and what content I should be dropping. I'm trying to make videos about Brazil. Like today, I talked about a possible conflict. I hope it doesn't happen, but between Venezuela and Guyana, and that it might involve Brazil if there is a territory trespassing, invasion. So go there, watch, talk to me if you want to see this kind of content, because you guys are my thermometer. I know if the channel is in the right place, doing the right thing, when I see you guys commenting, okay? Any questions? Nothing? Really? No more? Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you very much. I got here late, sorry. Are there promising projetos em lançamento for what? 2024? Yes, I just mentioned. I have some ideas. I'd like to hear from you if I could be making more videos or more different formats of videos. Maybe you guys could suggest. But for 2024, guys, something I want to do is I still like the studio. I like making videos here with a controlled environment, lighting. I could film in the morning, at night, so it's really good. But for 2024, I want to have more vlogs because I want to show the reality of life in Brazil. And we have safety problems, yes and no. São Paulo is, and it's not me saying, just look at the numbers, the safest city in Brazil. Safer than many other cities abroad. We have a very good military police, by the way. Some criminals are afraid. So, but I don't like walking on the street with a big cell phone and a gimbal. It calls unnecessary attention, you know. I'm not embarrassed or anything, but with a GoPro now, I'm gonna be able to walk more around the city or the country, show you interesting things in a very good quality, thanks to Neo Senjin. So for 2024, if I could tell you is it's gonna be easier for me to produce daily content, which is something I want to do. Every day a new video about something different. Butcher shops, shopping malls, car dealers. You know, I want to show you everything there is to know about Brazil. Let me close the door. 1 second, please. So basically, this is what I want to promise you. I want to promise you more content on Brazil, more vlogs. Vlogs are easier, better than the studio. But please leave your comments. It's just me speaking here. Do you like vlogs? Do you guys like when I play Brad Zuka? Some people call it dumb. Some people like it. So I got good positive reviews. Like I remember I was teaching a guy from Ireland, from Dublin, and the guy, when the camera opened, he was like, "Wow!" And I said, "Why?" It's the first time I talked to a famous person, Brad Zuka. But I was like Mark, I was not Brad at the time. So, but it was funny to see. But he was really truthful to what he was saying. He was not joking. But I want to know you guys. I want to know from you guys if you like this kind of content. Sometimes I want to be funnier and bring some entertainment for the channel, not only serious things, but if you don't have time to leave your suggestion here, I'm always open for suggestions. Remember, the Brazilian Subtitled profile on Instagram is our direct channel. So you can go there. write me suggestions if something bothers you. It's okay. Go there, write me. I want to be open for you guys. I want to hear, because you are my audience. I want to hear if what I'm producing is interesting for you guys. I don't want to waste my time. I'm already 42 years old. I have no time to waste. I want to make this channel grow. I have no time to waste anymore, guys. So I need your help. Is, in my opinion, your alter ego? Yes, it is. Yeah, exactly. Some people like him, some people don't. But I want to hear from you if you guys like when I bring news through Brad Zuka. If you find entertaining, if you have a laugh, or it's just a bunch of bullshit, you can tell me this, okay? Well, guys, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you so much. We're reaching 2 hours in 10 minutes, so it's a lot. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for 2023. If I don't come live again this year, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope you guys have the best Christmas and New Year ever. I hope you guys come to Brazil, celebrate here, because the New Year in Rio is amazing. Out of this world, probably the best one on the planet. But guys, thank you so much for all the support. Please don't give up on me. Don't give up on the channel. Feliz Natal, Feliz Ano Novo, as we say in Portuguese. Want to buy an apartment? I'm here. Contact me. Let's make that happen. Do it now. The $1 is R$5. If the economy gets better, it could drop. Like in the past, two reais, $1. So nowadays, R$5, $1. Okay. Thank you so much, and I'll see you around. Make sure you watch the videos and leave comments. Bye, guys. God bless you all.